The story of David and Goliath is a renowned biblical narrative found in the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17. It's a powerful tale of courage, faith, and the triumph of the underdog. Here's a summary of the story. The setup: the Philistines, Israel's enemies, had gathered their army for war. They were camped on one side of a valley, and the Israelite army, led by King Saul, was on the opposite side. For 40 days, a giant Philistine warrior named Goliath, who stood over 9 feet tall and was heavily armored, came out into the valley. He repeatedly challenged the Israelites to send out a champion to fight him in single combat. If the Israelite champion won, the Philistines would become their servants. If Goliath won, the Israelites would serve the Philistines. The Israelite army, including King Saul, was terrified and no one dared to face Goliath. David's arrival. David, a young shepherd boy and the youngest of Jesse's sons, was sent by his father to bring food and supplies to his older brothers, who were soldiers in Saul's army. When David arrived at the camp, he heard Goliath's taunts and saw the fear among the Israelite soldiers. David was outraged that this uncircumcised Philistine would defy the armies of the living God. David volunteers. Despite his youth and lack of military experience, David volunteered to fight Goliath. King Saul was initially hesitant, pointing out that David was just a boy, while Goliath had been a warrior since his youth. David, however, recounted how he had killed lions and bears while protecting his father's sheep, trusting that the Lord who delivered him from them would also deliver him from Goliath. Convinced by David's faith, Saul reluctantly agreed, offering David his own armor. The confrontation. David tried on Saul's armor, but it was too big and cumbersome. He decided to fight with what he was familiar with, his shepherd's staff, a sling, and 5 smooth stones he picked up from a stream. As he approached Goliath, the giant scoffed at him, insulted him, and cursed him by his gods, seeing David as an insignificant opponent. David's famous reply declared his faith. "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands, and I will strike you down and cut off your head." The battle and victory. As Goliath advanced, David ran quickly towards him. He swiftly put a stone in his sling, swung it, and hurled it at Goliath. The stone struck Goliath directly in the forehead, sinking in, and the giant fell face down on the ground. David then ran to Goliath, took the giant's own sword, and used it to cut off his head, killing him. When the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they fled in terror. The Israelites pursued them, achieving a great victory.